What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash today. Shout out to the Dragon Riders in the House of the Dragon. Hit that like button and subscribe. It is the 5th day of June, and here we are, sitting at about $219 with roughly 1 day and 10 hours left. And this week, we are down. You guys, we're down from the high 5 weeks ago, or I guess 4 weeks ago. It'd be 5 weeks from that high to this point. It's about 4.5 weeks, actually. 58%. 58%. That's wild, man. That is absolutely wild. What a massive opportunity here to get into some Bitcoin Cash. When's the last time that we saw a drop like this? We dropped over here, right from a high to low. We did drop more. To be fair, though, from that high to this low, that was pretty damn close. And then from that low, we pumped up 43% like that. Now, we did drop lower. We did drop lower and then consolidated. Maybe we have lower to go. I would assume we're at a low point here. You know, we're right in the heart of this range over here. We just got below these lows. We're finding support on this trend line. I said 220 was the level that we needed to hold, but drawing this, connecting the dots, it's probably more like 210, and it looks like we're holding that area. We're right at the base of this support zone, prior resistance. I think that it's fine. Let's look at the low to high. Low to high. Very close to the golden ratio. Not financial advice. Not a financial advisor, but maybe what we see is some consolidation and we see a slightly lower low or something like that over time, and then we move up. Something like that. Bitcoin Cash bottomed before Bitcoin did last cycle. It's very possible, and I think it actually bottomed the cycle before Bitcoin as well. So it likes to bottom before Bitcoin does, just a little bit before. So I could see us, if I'm expecting August to be the low for Bitcoin, somewhere in August or late July, it could be early July, late July for Bitcoin Cash to be at this golden ratio area. And that golden ratio area makes sense because, again, from this low here, connecting the dots down, if we go down here, you can wick a little bit below that level, $195, just below $200. It's right there, man. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but it's also very bullish to find support just above the golden ratio. That typically implies a lot of buying pressure. The price is being front run. You're front running the price. Institutional money, people with large bags, whatever, they're just buying instead of waiting for it to get to the golden ratio. They have their buy orders set here. There's too much demand or not enough selling pressure to take the price down there, and that's why you see this. And that's actually a very bullish thing if you find support just above the golden ratio. It's also bullish to find support in or at the golden ratio. But I'm just saying, even if we don't go lower, all I'm trying to say by that is, even if we don't go lower, this is fine. It doesn't need to go lower. But statistically speaking, you have a high probability of hitting 195 at some point over the coming weeks or months. Some point. Let's look at the weekly time frame here with our indicators. RSI is at the same low areas that we were during the last bear market. Some of the all-time lows for the RSI here. The thing that a lot of people think is, oh, we're at the low point in the RSI. That means it's time to pounce. We're going to recover so hard. Well, the last time we were down here, what we did was we actually did recover, and then we came back down, and we actually saw a lower low. And then we recovered more. Really what this low point in the RSI detailed was a sideways range where we had to recover, where we had to accumulate, where we had to chill before seeing actual recovery. Okay. The stochastics are oversold, very oversold. And the MACD. The MACD looks like a dumpster fire. Some of the lowest levels in the histogram that we've seen, really, like throughout Bitcoin Cash's life. What a dump, man. What a massive dump. I cannot believe, man. I blame the fact, the market dynamics. I blame the fact that Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market shit the bed because, man, we were destined. Oh, it's not fair. I can't tell you guys again how, statistically speaking, the odds were very much on our side to go up. And nope, instead, no. Let's look at the daily time frame here. RSI is very oversold. Have we ever been more oversold on the RSI? A lot of cryptos are seeing the lowest readings they've ever seen. I think we did this already. Bitcoin Cash has never seen lower readings on its RSI. And again, a lot of people logically assume that means, oh my God, it's never been this oversold. It'll recover. We're gonna go to the moon. This is the bear market low. It's not always that simple. Let's go to the last time that Bitcoin Cash is at its all-time low in the RSI. Because before this, there was a time that it was at its all-time low, and that time was here, I think. right there. Did we go lower at any other point? Oh, we were very close over here. So here, this is the first time that you're at your low. Right? Here, when you got to your lowest point, it was right here, December 7th. Okay, December 5th, somewhere in that kind of time frame. So December 5th was here. We were at the lowest point in the RSI's history ever. Did we go lower? Yes. We went from 113 all the way down to $73. We went 30% lower in a matter of a week. Yes, we went lower. And then at that low point, the RSI, it made like a double tap, and then we came up. Here, we're at that same low point. We matched the all-time low in the RSI. We matched it here. Was that the low? Well, it was a relative low, but we still went lower. We still went lower, right? Now here, this is kind of a one-off because that was the COVID crash. COVID crash, okay, we recovered immediately. We didn't go lower there, so that it's not a perfect thing. Nothing is. Here, we hit this low. And was that a relative low point? Yes, it was a relative low point, but we still went lower. And again, we moved sideways. We hit this all-time low in the RSI, and we moved sideways for months before we moved any direction, and that direction happened to be lower. Here, we bounced off that same kind of area, bounced off it right there. Did we go lower? Yes, we did. And we went sideways. We were sideways for a very long time, actually, you guys. We got close to it there, but no cigar. So just the point being that even though we're at the all-time lows in Bitcoin Cash's history, might we recover from here? Sure. But then over time, we could see a lower low. Might we start a bull market from here? Sure, but probably not. That's probably not what's going to happen. Might we move sideways for a long time, up or down, and just move sideways for a while? Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. Whether it's a month or multiple months, 9 months, whatever, however long it is, probably what I would expect. So not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Don't let me discourage you from buying here. This is a great time to buy at $218. However, time is on your side. Time is definitely on your side. So if you don't buy here and the price pumps up to like $300, $400 over the coming days, definitely don't buy there. Just wait, be patient. You will have opportunities to buy in this range again, probably over the coming weeks and months. With that being said, the fun part now, we have dropped in a kind of parabolic formation. When this parabola breaks, whatever we do break to the upside, we likely see some sharp recovery. I wouldn't be surprised if from here we ripped back to $400 or even up as high as $500, somewhere in this range. Definitely above $300 at the very least, but we're probably going to see some magnificent recovery here. And again, over time, we'll probably come back down. It's going to be a volatile, squirrely, emotional game here. And I'll maintain that stance until we get above like $510. If we get above $510 on a weekly closing basis, multi-day, multi-week closing basis, then maybe the low is in. And in which case, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, I'm more than happy to dump everything I have up here, dump all my cash into Bitcoin Cash up here, because 510 is still a very cheap price for where this thing's going to go. But right here, 218, again, don't let me stop you. This is phenomenal. I would very heavily advocate for buying here. Even if we go below $200, even if we went below $100, I heavily advocate for us to buy here. I'm very much under the suspicion that we don't go below $100. We probably don't even go below 190. But below 200, I think that will be the bear market low, and we'll see. That'll probably happen weeks or months from now. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.